TV's show for sim racing news and also everything that's going on with the various Apex Racing brands. We've got a very busy week tonight. Hasn't been so much stuff, let's be honest, over the last couple of weeks, but trust me, we've got a lot of stuff. Big iRacing development update revealing a lot of stuff that's coming up in the next few weeks. We've got a new circuit for Rennsport, and we've also got a big Gran Turismo update as well, and also some very good results for the Apex Racing team as well. I am once again Sam Fitzpatrick. I wasn't here last week. I was at Centre Parks.
I didn't know that.
It was a wonderful time. It's a great place, Centre Parks. Do recommend it. I'm sure everyone in the UK has already gone. This man was not in Centre Parks last week. Sucks to be him. It's David Sampson. How are you?
I am very well. Yes, I was running the show last week, you could say, doing your job.
Yes, I'm doing very well as well.
Oh, thank you.
It maybe sounds like a bit of a criticism that I didn't watch all of last week, but like we do very long shows on this.
We do.
I got about 40 minutes through. I might still watch the rest of it, to be honest. But from what I've heard, it was very good. So thank you for keeping it up. Clearly, it didn't go so bad that we had to get cancelled, and we are still here this week. Let's get into the news, shall we?
Yep.
The biggest news story, especially seeing that this channel pretty much just covers iRacing, there has been a development update. A lot of things have been announced, David, and a lot of them are going to be released in the upcoming months.
Yeah, obviously, let's not beat around the bush. The big one everyone's talking about is the Rain.
The title of this video as well.
Yeah, I saw that, so I didn't want to beat
People
around the bush.
have come for this, and
They've
this
come
is
for the
what
Rain.
we are delivering.
Can we get Rain on the screens? No. iRacing are calling it Tempest. Now, it worries me out of the box that they've named it.
What does that mean, Tempest, as well? Is that some...
I've heard the word.
Well, there's a Shakespeare play called The Tempest, right?
Oh.
But I don't think it's about rain.
I bet it means in Latin, never arriving.
The play contains music and songs that evoke the spirit of enchantment on the island.
Ah, there you go.
I'm not sure. I think I may have studied it. I think it might have Judi Dench. I'm not sure. Anyway.
So, yeah. The most enticing thing is they mentioned they're not going to make December. And my first shock was like, wait, we were getting it in December? So the way their language, the way they're talking it up, we can expect it early next year, which is quite exciting. Now, they haven't said that in so many words, and obviously we're not naive enough to believe this is the first update we've ever had about Rain. They've been talking about Rain for a very long time. But the level of detail they're talking about here with the puddles, the drainage, Are you sharing your screen?
So people can read stuff.
Yep. So, yeah. They are putting a lot of work into this. This isn't they're not half-arsing it, is the word I'm looking for. They sound like they're going in for the kill. Sims have had rain, iRacing wants weather. Now I appreciate that they're going for that because I see the difference, you know.
Not a whole lot of this surprised me. They say, oh, we're not quite ready to confirm that it's going to be available for this year. It's definitely not going to be in December. It's not going to be released in a month. If it's out for Daytona 24, that would be an amazing thing. It won't be used for Daytona 24. We should establish that. It's going to be slowly rolled out with car by car and track by track, I believe, as well. And anyone who thought differently, I think, was a bit naive because it's a huge project and it's a bit like the damage model and the tyre models. It comes out gradually, and that was always going to be the case for this. And of course, it's got lots of different elements to it, and iRacing do usually do that. I have exceptionally low standards, or low expectations, I should say. And I'm not saying that I think badly of iRacing, but it's just a way that I look at things. Whenever an album is released, I expect it to be bad. Whenever a movie is released, I expect it to be bad. I expect this to be bad. So anything which is like functioning, I will be pleased with. And I think it would be very impressive considering all the stuff that they've done. If it works, I think iRacing should get a round of applause. And I'm very much looking forward to it because, you know, a few days ago, I would have still said Rain might still be a year away, whereas now, genuinely, I think it will be released in the next 3 months, and that's a good thing.
It's exciting time. First of all, hello to everyone in chat. Deville, Thomas, Alan, Ascari. Welcome, everyone. D was touching on a topic I was just about to talk about. That They're releasing it per car, which might surprise you. They're obviously nailing it on the car physics side, the car tyre side. And the 3 cars they did announce so far would be the Formula Ford, was it the F1600, the Toyota GR86, and the Ferrari 296 GT3. Now, the one thing that does strike me with that is I actually expected it the other way around. I thought it would be aiming for the more experienced driver, like so your Porsche Cup and your IMSA drivers. But Ferrari Fixed is what? CD license?
I think it's D license,
yeah.
I want to say.
Toyota GR86, I have no idea. I assume that's rookie.
Yeah.
And the Formula 1600, again, I don't know. I've been ACE for so many years.
That's the Formula Ford, right?
Yeah.
I think that's D.
Yeah, so it surprises me. Obviously, that's their commitment. That this is what I wanted them to come out with, because I've heard lots of rumblings that, oh, it should only be for pros, or it should only be for this. It's Rain. Like, only iRacers have been waiting an eternity. It's Rain. Rain's in Mario Kart. Rain's in the oldest of games. R-Factor people could insult R-Factor all they want. They had Rain a millennia ago. Lots of you didn't even have wheels, and it was raining in R-Factor. Rain has been a part of racing games forever. Now, that's the way I used the word appreciate earlier, is that iRacing's going for weather, not just rain. R-Factor does not have weather. It has rain. It's dry. Now it's raining small, medium, large. Assetto Corsa, ACC, very similar. They do have puddles.
I think ACC is a bit more advanced, but you've got the flow of water, and it's a bit more dynamic. But yeah, you're right. It's not as deep, forgive the pun, as this.
So this is exciting. Ascari said, iRacing Rain going to be giga straight out of the gate. No bugs, no issues, perfect spot on, just like GT3 time model, nothing to worry about. And then I picture a little Kappa remote, but he hasn't done it. But I'm picturing that on the end. iRacing has this Apple-like approach to things. They never admit they're wrong. They patch it and patch it and patch it. And the problem with patches is they add up. You never fix the fundamental issue, because to you it's not an issue. It's just, oh, we need to patch this and patch this here and patch this there. And then when you come for version 2, it goes on top of all the patches, and you end up with what we have today, where there is no fixing it. To fix it would be to rebuild it. Because, but they've taken their time with this. They've taken the criticisms. I mean, I get all the jokes. It's funny that we're talking about, will it be here for Daytona? Because do you know what we all talked about last year? Will it be here for Daytona? Like, we all had this conversation a year ago.
Yeah.
But
definitely not. Maybe 2025, but I think even that's ambitious, frankly. And I'm not even exaggerating when I say to that.
Yeah. I've got some pictures, actually, of I know we've shown pictures of Rain before, but I'll bring up those 2 pictures we got.
They don't look especially great, honestly.
No, I agree. I don't know. Here we go.
It is at Daytona, so come on, let's bring on the hype here.
No hype here.
24 hours of Daytona. If it's in the Formula Ford, then
or
we
the
can
Mazda.
have Rain.
So that's picture 1, and that's picture 2. So what I don't like about this is more like your R-Factor approach, where I call this a filter, not an effect. Like these rain... Oh, you can't see my mouse. Damn it. The straight lines that you're seeing, I call that more a camera filter. But it may just be the way we're seeing it. What I do appreciate on this photo is we are seeing the lines have motion. So you can tell the speed you're traveling. We can see on the Mazda that's gone through a bit of a puddle, and it has some localized low spray. We can see more glistening on the left where nobody's using that line. You can't see my mouse, but if you see close to the wall on the... Perhaps I can zoom. Can I zoom? I can work this out. Yes.
By the way, David did just try to touch screen.
No, I didn't. Here we can see a puddle build up where nobody's using the line. It's running against the grass and there's no drainage. So we're going to see this per car, per track, because they need to get the drainage right, the tyre physics right. My worry, and I've already had this comment to me already today, no names. How long till the 1 rain tyre exploit or the 3 rain tyre exploit? It's faster to have 1 front left dry and the other 3 wet.
Did that happen in F1 esports? I feel like there were drivers at Bahrain who were on intermediates on a dry track.
Yeah. Or, for transitioning tracks, it might work out quicker to have 2 front wets and 2 rear dries. And I don't know. I'm not saying it's iRacing's problem. It's just when it gets to the term of exploity, you know. Let's see. I'm going to go for the Lando Norris strap. don't tell everyone, but when it's raining and there's 3 laps to go and everyone's pitting, I'm going to stay out.
Yeah.
I've
And
got
then
this.
on the 150th time you do that, it'll work.
Yes,
you'll
and
be
I
like,
only record that one.
ha 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 ha.
I was right all along.
From the images, it looks pretty normal. We're getting a message in chat.
Yeah.
But from where the wetness and the puddles are, it's the best I've seen so far. I sort of agree, I guess, because they do speak a good game, but I think I am, and maybe this isn't very entertaining for me, I am just extremely reluctant to call anything when it comes to this, because I think I might be wrong. In terms of just until we use it, and until we use it for like a month or two, I just think we have no idea what it's going to be like. I honestly think this is so much speculation. It could be the best thing we've ever seen, or it might be absolute rubbish, which we never use on iRacing. That we use for a week 13 in iRacing, and then we just go, no, it's rubbish. We never needed this. Let's just go back to dry racing and just never use this pointless function which has ruined this game.
So I have a piece of experience over 99% of all iRacers. And this isn't I'm a streamer or I work for iRacing or I'm a beta tester or an alpha tester. No, I have driven the wet tyre
Okay.
in iRacing. They put out a patch.
I remember this.
Yeah, they put out a big update. And then word started spreading about the Porsche Cup for some reason having a wet tyre. I just about get to it, the Porsche Cup, load it up, iRacing puts out a patch. Obviously bringing down iRacing again. I'm not only streaming, I'm in a session. I had people in my chat who were way skilled above me, but they had questions, pressures and stuff. So I'm testing stuff. You can imagine all these teams from BS, Redline, like, they wanted to know a few things. They can make some notes. I was at Hockenheim in a Porsche Cup with wet tyres on a dry track. It was awful. Like, awful. The tyre drop-off was awful, but it did feel dramatically different.
Good.
Hey, Zach, who's in chat? Nords will be interested. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I think
I mean, that's what we want to see, isn't it?
100% is what we want to see.
Yeah.
That's the track.
Imagine getting to turn 1, Shabine Smith's for curve. Oh, no, it's raining. Oh, made a mistake there, didn't I? This will be fun. Next 20 minutes to get around.
There was something we are missing on most sims is like the entire world is raining.
Yeah, I mean, I played my first sim racing game, EA Sports F1 2002. Had rain.
Had rain.
Monsoon tyres, as they used to be called back then.
Yeah, because that's the comment that not annoys me the most, that I just can't deal with when people talk, oh, it's going to be carnage, rain's going to ruin it, or we should only add rain to a Porsche car. I'm like, it's rain.
Yeah,
it's part
just
of
rain.
It's part of the world and it's part of racing. There's no discussion. It's going in Mazda's D rookie. Like,
Yeah.
it's just iRacers that have this. Rain is something separate. Every other game, it's just a thing.
Yeah.
It's just, look, we're in England and it's raining. Yes.
It would just be before each official, so it's like there's a 30% chance of it raining for this session, and it would just be that. And then if it rains, it rains. If it doesn't, then yeah.
And from the words they've used in the past, we're going to get access to a weather radar overlay. You are going to be, you're going to be your weatherman. While driving, you're going to see this cloud front.
And
22 mile an hour wind, 6 miles away.
And you'll have your spotter saying, it's going to rain, come into the pits, and you're going to go, does he sound like he's from Ferrari? Should I listen to him or not? And
Box for wets.
No, stay out. So that'll be interesting. I mean, obviously the potential is massive, but we'll see if it works at all, because I can see it completely failing, and not being drivable. But it might actually be really good, and if it is really good, it'd be the biggest update to iRacing ever, I guess, wouldn't it? It would be fairly big. But there are some other updates here. Unless you want to say any more about rain, or do you think we've
Make it
rinsed
rain.
it completely?
Make it rain. I find it hilarious, right? Because the comments about, it should be in these or it shouldn't be in these, I don't agree with. But if you are going to roll it out slowly, why would you roll it out to rookies, Formula Ford and Ferrari fixed?
I think
What are they going to teach us?
Be-
It's
be-
already
you
wet
can't-
in their races because of the way they drive.
I guess you can't do it multi-class, can you? Because you need to have everyone on the same thing.
Porsche Cup
Porsche Cup would have been good.
makes the most sense,
Yeah,
right?
Porsche Cup would have been better than Ferrari, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be Ferrari fixed.
Yeah.
They drive like it's wet in T1.
And also, even if you nail the Ferrari, then you still got to roll it out for like 7 other GT3s before you can actually use it in GT3s. Whereas
Correct.
Porsche Cup is much more popular than Ferrari fixed, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm talking short term. It'll be better. So yeah, you're right. Should have been used for Ferrari fixed. Maybe
But
even
no,
F4.
I think that's everything for Rain. A few comments in chat. Yeah, it will be hard to get our rookies with Rain, but that's the way the cookie
mean,
crumbles.
You know, you only got 10 other drivers. 9 of them will be slipping and sliding on a wet patch.
True.
You just got to keep going.
GTC 7 has sections of the tracks that are wet rather than just the whole place raining evenly at once. Yeah, agreed. That's not. So when I said R Factor has rain, R Factor has rain. It just rains everywhere. Yeah. All right, moving on. Section 2. They've mentioned optimization and performance, but this is to do with they found recently with hyperthreading a way of rendering us into a track a lot quicker. It's something they experimented with. Dialed it back a bit with AMD users crashing. I say just make it mandatory on Intel, but what do I know? They rolled it back a bit, and now we still have a quicker implementation, plus we're able to customize the threads in the app, and I believe it or not, the amount of multi-threads that happen. But basically the message is, we found something, working on it, we're going to keep working on it, but overall, they think they can get the performance and optimization boost in iRacing, which is, I mean...
It's always something that they're working on, I guess. But
when I joke on stream, people don't realize I'm not joking. I say any car at Road Atlanta, jump in an official, takes longer than me getting in and out of about 8 races in ACC.
Yeah, ACC is incredible. Isn't
Bam,
it?
out, bam, out, bam,
And
out.
online sessions as well. And
Online sessions,
test
yep.
session.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
Protest system.
Yes, this one sounds interesting.
This one I again have low expectations for because I'm a pessimistic person. Because there are a few functions added. So obviously at the moment you can, like, if someone biffs you off and it's like an intentional wreck, you protest them and then they might get banned for a week or a year or forever. I don't think they ever do. You've been protested before.
Anyway, that was confidential. Yes.
And
you signed an NDA for that.
you got away with that. So I'm sure I've been protested as well, I imagine, to be fair, but I just haven't checked my emails. And there's a new system. You can now get disqualified from races, so like they can go in afterwards, they can change the disqualification. Don't quite know how that would work with iRatings, because obviously if you disqualify someone 2 weeks after the fact, then surely all the other sessions which have gone on since that 2 weeks need to be recalculated, right? So I don't know how easily that will work. There's also coaching.
They say results. Post-race results would be updated. Not that's mine. That's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Post-race results, but it doesn't mean that it would affect the.
Oh, that's a good point. It's not iRating; it's just points, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they could. That's not how iRating works, like you say.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting, but I think all me and Sam got here is speculation because all we've got to go in is this, but. I think it could be very useful for BMW Sim Cup, PESC, events like that where results do matter, and it makes much more sense for the watchers on to understand what's going on, not just following on Instagram, like we see in Rennsport, where the race finishes, but just like F1, we have to read the news channels to find out the result. This would be in iRacing systems. You would see who's been disqualified after the fact. And it's permanently there, you know. But yeah, the protest system seems, you can probably see it on screen, has been hugely updated. The ability to participate in race servers for a specific iRacing series. Now, ironically, I have a thing on my stream where if someone's a moron, I say the phrase, back to Mazdas. And what I mean by that is, go back to rookies, learn how to drive, come back when you learn. When I read that, I hope iRacing's bringing in my system. You're an idiot. Back to Mazdas. You're only allowed to drive Mazdas
every time. You get sent back to Mazdas, and every time you have to do twice as many races.
Correct.
So first time do 5, then
Correct.
10, then 20, and eventually people are going to be doing 200 races in order to get back into GT3s. I'd be up for that.
But it looks like they could stop you going to host events. The ability, this one reads funny. The ability to participate in race and qualifying sessions for all official series. No, sorry, that's not the one. Yeah, so where I say the ability, I was talking about back to Mazdas, but you could also think about that in the reverse. Could we see an IMSA ban, a PESC ban,
Yeah.
a Porsche Cup ban, i.e., stay away from multi-class? Like, or you?
Yeah, I mean, does that solve any problems if you ban someone from IMSA for a month? They're just going to
No.
come back and they're just probably going to ruin other races, right? Like, I didn't really see much of a point in that, honestly.
No, I mean maybe for, again PESC, BMW Sim Cup, that could be something. Because again, they run that almost after the fact their own way. You could we see a team or a bunch of drivers getting banned from BMW Sim Company? It'd be handled through the ARA system. I don't know. I don't know how to read the expansions they're doing here. The ability to participate in any or all multiplayer sessions of any kind. The ability to spectate sessions. I didn't know that was a thing. And the ability to use, well, obviously you can get a voice spam, but
Yeah,
it just
that's
looks
good.
like they're. Oh, sorry. Let's talk about this coaching.
Coaching.
Now I picture this as a sim school.
So, and I'm not. Well, I don't think he'll be watching, but my dad, I think, once got enough points on his license, and obviously, I think he had to go to this place where they put these, I don't know, 20 probably men, because they're usually the. Well, I know I'm being very sexist here, but well, but like basically, my picture of this, I don't actually know if it was men or whatever, but my picture of this was just 20 people like my dad sat in a room being lectured on how to drive and then being really annoying about it and asking awkward questions and not really taking it in, but just saying, oh yeah, I appreciate it's important to drive at 65 rather than 75 or whatever. And that's maybe what we're going to have in sim racing now. Just a room of really annoying people.
Yeah.
Just saying, oh, yeah, I appreciate we shouldn't go 3 wide. Shouldn't go 3 wide in LMDH. I appreciate that now. Yes, I can be trusted. I can go back out on circuits and see if that happens. That's probably not what it is. I'm probably just making that up and going on a ramble about this.
I'd love
But
to see that.
that's in my mind what it is.
Community service. You know.
Yeah.
2 hours a day for 2 weeks, you go to sim school.
Sim school, yeah.
And when we've determined that you're rehabilitated, you are welcome
Do you
back on the
think
sim.
maybe we should do that for ARL?
Yeah.
Have like a Thursday, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Anyone who's got a penalty, they have to turn up, and I have to go on for an hour about stop being annoying and driving into other guys. Maybe that would work.
Was it green? Yes. Was you allowed to go? Had the leader gone? No. And you went? Yes. Go apologise to him. I'm sorry. I forgot again for 3 weeks in a row. Oh, yoy. But yeah, so, I mean, when we might be reading into this, what we maybe just should be reading into it is that they're separating the protest and what they can ban into smaller sections. So maybe, I don't know, could you just be banned from a league? But I think they're just layering it out. We might be just reading too much into it.
Yeah.
And I imagine the coaching, what it means. I actually, without memeing, what I think it will mean is depending on what you got protest for, they send you a couple of paragraphs, not just saying, look, you did a dodgy rejoin, don't do it again, or you did this, don't do it again. Maybe a few paragraphs of just like, okay, etiquette on rejoining, and maybe what you should have, looking at the protest, what you should have done is hung out on 5, waited till it was clear, and then rejoined here. Maybe just a bit of guidance as to what you did wrong and how you could do it better. I think that would be probably it. Maybe just a quick moment from the protester, from the staff member on a bit more rather than just the cookie cutter, maybe just a bit more what you should have done.
Yeah. I'm not sure if they're going to bother. I don't think any of this will be used. I think they'll just go, weak ban. But maybe they've got ambitions, and maybe they're expanding the stewarding stuff in order to cope with all that. So yeah.
Yeah, who knows?
Some new cars have been or are going to come to the sim. One of them is the Audi R8 LMS Evo 2 GT3. So that will be a nice update. It looks a bit different to. Have we still got the same Audi as we had like
We don't even
20
have the Evo, yeah.
No, yeah. So
We have the R8, the
2016, I want to say, that was added.
yeah, maybe I thought it was 14, but it's a long time
Maybe
ago.
14. You might well be right, to be fair. So yes, it's a bit different. It's got some extra area bits on it.
The
Of
most
course, it's a bit annoying because Audi have pulled out of a lot of motorsport this year.
everything.
So,
I think, to be honest, F1 as well. I think they're done. I think.
well,
I know this is breaking news, but I think they're offering it to a plate or to Toyota.
Yeah.
I think they're going, look, here's the engine, here's the car, here's staff. We've probably got Lando, or I think they've got Signs and some other driver secured. And his 100 million, please, we don't want to do this anymore.
Well, of course, as far as I'm aware, what I've heard is that they're trying to go all into electric cars and sort of a luxury electric cars, and obviously
Didn't they pull out of Formula E?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, great.
Yeah, they should have probably stuck with them. But they seem to be flip-flopping a lot with this stuff, and maybe naturally aspirated stuff, even if it's hybrids, doesn't appeal to them anymore. But it is annoying,
It's a
as
question.
VW often are.
On the touch of quickly, or these electrical cars they're going to make that magically save the planet, how do they ship them from, say, one country to another? Do they put them on those big boats that use fuel?
Yes.
Okay. Good.
But
I'll carry on.
biofuel,
Oh,
maybe.
biofuel.
I don't know.
Sure.
Well, obviously,
Yeah, okay.
half the emissions of any car is the production of the manufacturing of the car, and then the other half is stuff. Of course, to get nerdy about it, the benefit of obviously the one benefit of an electric car is, I guess, over its lifetime, you might produce less carbon, but obviously, mining stuff is obviously very taxing and very polluting. And of course, the local emissions are much better. Like in a town centre, much fewer kids are going to get like asthma from awful air pollution and stuff. But obviously, you're just moving the problem because instead you'll just have the
battery
DRC
waste and battery waste, which is a big problem.
Yeah. So anyway, that would be a massive topic for us to discuss. But
yeah, Audi are listening, just like, what are you guys saying?
Hang on, what?
Who are you?
We've been pouring hundreds of millions into these electric cars, and you're telling us it's not a completely fixable issue.
Or they're sitting there like, wait, does the boat really use oil? And they're like, phoning up. Wait, you guys do ship them using, oars, right?
Well, you got nuclear as well, haven't you?
Oh,
which does that. But I know some people don't like that either. But no.
I wouldn't mind trying it in a car. That sounds fast.
But it is annoying. Sorry, we're getting off topic. But it is annoying how genuinely I think a lot of people. It's very off topic, but a lot of people now just think electric cars are the solution to everything, when electric cars are really not. Like public transport is so much better.
Electric public transport.
Electric public transport.
Trains, buses would be mental.
Trains are just so much better than cars,
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes, and cars just don't work in.
But no, this Audi is a huge update because it's a 2-time evolution. We're skipping the Evo, which is what the Lambo. We don't have. Do we have the Evo 2 for the Lambo?
No, I think we just got one Lambo, right?
No, I mean we didn't. The Evo first version.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah,
came out a couple of years ago.
But no, what Sam said is true. This is a shame because we're finally getting the car afterwards. After Audi's done now in everything. WEC, IMSA, Formula E. They don't want to be in Formula One, even though they're joining Formula One.
Yeah,
madness, absolute madness. But yeah, it is what it is. But no, it's exciting to try the car. Here, you got that, by the way.
That would have been useful.
Oval refresh. I don't know anything about oval in iRacing, but and time model update. I'll share the screen so you can read it with me. Cars after build stuff to the brim with new cars last season. Yeah, it was actually an impressive season for cars. Longer term R&D initiatives this season, such as Rain, Aero modeling program, over refresh, and a tire model update. I would like to see a tire model update. I think GT3s as well. It's one of the reasons we're seeing a little bit of a starvation in popularity lately. One, it has been the GTPs, but I think two, people are just getting a little tired of it. Honestly, it's I mean, yeah, the sentiments across esport, newer drivers, It's pretty tough. They are going to give a rebate on the Audi if you've owned it.
I mean, most people bought that Audi about 5 years ago.
Are they
so
saying 30 days?
30 days? Yeah.
So actually, the other thing I wanted to touch on
So
before
if you buy it now, you'll get your money back. Yesterday, no chance. You'll get 50% off. But now
That's
you'll get away with it.
crazy. They used to be more lenient with that number.
Yeah, I think so. It
With
used
the
to be like
Ferrari,
3 months, I want
yeah.
to say, yeah.
So one thing I'm excited about this car. Okay, let's talk about the reason I'm mega excited.
Okay.
Is for how long has it been BMW, Porsche, Merc, and Ferrari? Well, Ferrari, and then them three. Audi and Lambo are just nowhere, anywhere, and it's been like that for a couple of seasons now. And as someone who loves driving the Audi and loves the sound of the Lambo, it's a tragedy. So I'm hoping this gives us a rejuvenated bop. It just needs 1% more power, iRacing.
yeah.
It's not hard to fix. I mean, they fix it every now and then when a special event comes on, and the Audi and Lambo get this sudden power boost, but then we go back to regular season, it's not there.
Yeah.
I mean, are they stupid?
I know, yeah. But for sure, yeah, this will be competitive. I mean, iRacing will want the car to be used a lot, and so, yeah, I'm sure it will be featured a lot. So, yeah, nice updates for the GT3s. In terms of tracks, not that much. Sort of some news.
Yep.
Magello's coming out.
Yeah, Magello will be a good addition.
So one thing that I don't think iRacing get nearly as much credit for, which I think they should do, and I think I've mentioned it on the podcast before, is they're really good at picking circuits to scan. And Magello is absolutely one of the best circuits that they haven't already got in the sim. Credit to them for picking that over something like Paul Ricard, which maybe is a bit more of an obvious one for like when it comes to like Formula One, for example. But Magello's absolutely excellent. Misano is fantastic as well. Misano is not going to be out anytime soon, but probably season 2. They've got Slinger Speedway, which is the fastest quarter-mile oval. Looks really steep, does Slinger Speedway, so that's probably why. To me, ovals, the steeper, the faster. I imagine it's a bit more complex than that, but to me, that is the case. Okayama's getting some art updates.
That's like the Sebring update where they
Yes.
updated it, but all they really did was
Road America, similar.
yeah.
Sebring
nice.
was annoying because Sebring's like genuinely changed. Like the pit wall, obviously, is different. Like, come on, guys, rescan it. Like, we really need a Sebring rescan.
Do you want to know? It's a rumor though. All I've got is a 1% rumor on Magello. If you want to hear it.
Okay, here we go. This could be an exclusive.
It could be an exclusive, or I could get sued. But I didn't. It wasn't a credible source, but I heard the rumor. I heard ACC are losing the SRO, or what's it called, the license.
Yeah, sure.
And attached to that license, Magello. I think iRacing's had Magello scanned, or the timing of it, because iRacing was obviously running GT3s well before ACC picked up the license. Kunos picked up the license. I heard it's over. Hasn't been announced yet, but I heard the license is over. Doesn't mean ACC is necessarily done. Maybe it just means future developments, future updates for future cars are done. But maybe I think that's why Magello's now freed up for iRacing. Because we've heard lots of rumours about Magello, but it's just in something that's never happened. So,
yeah. I mean, that'd be very big if that did come to fruition. But yeah, Mugello, lovely circuit.
Yeah, for sure.
For MotoGP fans, I think like Mugello's like on the top tier. I think that Assen, Phillip Island, they're like the top tier circuits, and no wonder it is really cool and will be really good on iRacing as well. A lot of these new circuits do absolutely nothing on iRacing, but this one will do. There's also scanning departments have been busy. Got data from Portimao. We've known that for a while. Navarra, which maybe I think they've probably mentioned before, but I just haven't taken it in. Navarra will die on release. I don't know what series it's used for, honestly, and it looks very similar to Portimao. The first 4 corners are identical to Portimao, but it's just not as interesting as Portimao. I think circuits like Navarra, it's fine for iRacing to add them. I appreciate it. I'm not one of these people who gets angry whenever they add something when it's like, oh, but this thing's broken, which is a completely different department.
Correct.
It's like, that's not going to solve it. A graphics designer isn't going to solve the servers. That's not how it works. But I think Navarro will be dead upon arrival. I think, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean that has been the way for a lot of new tracks. Oschersleben,
Lebanon.
Lebanon.
Have you bought it?
I own everything. 100%.
Oh, of
I'm
course, you're
committed to the
yeah.
cause. I'm poor, but I'm committed. But no, I haven't been learning a lot of the new ones. I know Skogan was the last one I learned. Oschersleben I didn't learn. Manicours I knew, but I don't drive it. And then the list goes on of new tracks where I just...
Aragon,
never done a lap. Jerez. It's all full on the wayside for me. And I'm looking forward to Portimao.
Yeah, Portimao will be good. Everyone loves that circuit.
All right, so a nice bit of news because I get to tie it in with something I've done. The Scan team has also returned from a big trip at the heart of oval racing country, North Carolina, which I have just moved from. I lived there for like 5-6 years, where they scanned the SRX cars. Now, I've lucky enough to have been to a few SRX races and sat in the car on the track. So TK, after the race, I'm in the VIP area. He jumps out of the window. The door doesn't open. And he's like, come. And he said, get in. And I was like, I'm a big guy. And I was worried because you're going through the window.
Yeah.
I got in just fine. So a few cool things. It was so hot.
Not
hot. Obviously, he'd just finished the race. The engine was lifting up. That's the best description. Lifting up so much heat. The wheel is closer than it is with your little sim wheel. It's bigger. The FOV felt a bit wrong. Graphics settings felt a little low. The pedals, funny enough, I have them at home. I have a set of hydraulics from, I forget the name, but I pointed them and TK nodded. I was like, no way. Like, are they? He's like, yeah, they're just, the hydraulics all connected up. They are the pedals you have at home. I was like, that's sick. Like, because there are 3 set, you can't adjust the difference. And then I can't remember who makes them. I'll remember from it. I think they're like Ricmatex or something. But then getting out, he said, climb out. The window's right there, okay? And I remember pointing my arms thinking, mate, I slipped in here. Like, the wheel's here. What engages the bit where I go up? I'm not you.
So just put your arms up and, all right, what's going to happen now?
Ironically, TV cameras everywhere. There's other drivers. Other cars are coming in. TK's pulling me out the car. My wife's there snapping pictures. I was like, please, love, no. Just I want to die. This is bad. But no, great time. Fantastic cars as well. Fantastic races. It's really short tracks. I mean, I've never been to a short...
Like quarter mile, is it?
Yeah. Few seconds a lap. I get to stand in the VIP area. You'd think that's amazing. It was, because obviously you get to hang out with all the celebrities. I met who's the guy that does the... Colton? Does the dance on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
I'm not. It's before my time.
Oh,
so.
okay. Oh, yeah, I'm old. Sorry. But I'm in the middle of the track, not on the outside. And it's a short track, so the cars...
Yeah.
So, in the end...
You need to be an owl.
In the end, you stand still like, I'm not doing it anymore. I will just... I'm going to watch this bit. I'm not doing that anymore. But yeah, they are fantastic cars. Obviously, I believe they're in... Automobilista.
Okay.
There is
as a mod or...
No,
like actually properly in it.
I don't know if they hold I don't think they hold the exclusive license. They're just in it. Because I've seen TK drive them when he's streaming much time. But no, they're exciting. Obviously, these races I don't know if you've ever seen the SRX event. It's tailored about legends of the past and current. It's, like the PES Extremes event.
Sure, yep.
But that is a racing series. There is no...
Okay.
That is the series. It's fun, famous people.
Who set it up? Because I think I might be familiar with it, and someone...
Hold on.
It was like a NASCAR driver, I think he set up.
Yeah. He was there every race. Tony Gardner? No, that's the iRacing president. Hold on. Tony Stewart.
Yeah.
That's why I said Tony Gardner.
The fields are quite small. I want to say like 12 drivers or something. Maybe.
Yep.
But and then they just go around different places, like an event every few weeks, and have a championship. So big names, as you say.
If Lisa's listening, send me the picture of me in the car, and I'll grab it. Send me that on Discord if you're listening. Nick's in chat. Hi guys, great commentary tonight. Thank you, Nick.
Thank you, Nick.
GG's mate, great racing today. Very well done. Tough race. All right, so we've covered everything.
Thank you, everyone who's tuned in, by the way. someone, also it mentions career mode, making significant headway. I like the idea of a career mode. Again, it really needs to be good in order to get people involved in it. So hopefully they take their time with it. I think Project Cars is maybe the best career mode I've seen, honestly, where you like have to start off in karting and then you go like different
Yeah, okay.
routes. But even that wasn't especially good. I don't like my issue with career mode is always the AI, where I set my AI to a certain level and then I actually get good and then I have to increase the AI. But like I feel like in a career mode, you sort of want to go up against the same level, so you got some progression rather than just the level going up. If you get what I
So
mean.
that's the beautiful thing about, I mean, the word you use in AI, but
Yeah.
back then, or what they use isn't AI. They mean computer. I don't know why
Yeah,
we use that word.
Yeah, it is odd. Yeah.
Computer driven.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're going to be talking about Gran Turismo soon, but they actually invest in a technology called Sophie. It is AI. It
Yeah.
learns you. It learns your level, and the better you're getting, and that's what I want as well.
But then for career mode, is that not annoying where just the better you get, you're always going to be the fifth fastest car? Because you can improve throughout your career.
All right.
And
No,
you're still
I agree with what you
there,
said.
you know?
But think of it this way. Let's say I'm excellent and you're average. Okay.
Okay,
For example.
big if.
Yeah. For example. Wouldn't it be nice if you didn't have to guess the difficulty setting? That it just tailored it to how you're getting on with your lap times
Yeah.
and stuff. You know what I mean? Because you might put it on medium. Like, how do you don't like when you open up a game? It's like, how do you want to play this on easy, medium, hard, or hardcore? You're like, medium. I don't know how good I am at this particular game that you're asking me. But no, you're not medium, and I'm excellent. You're excellent.
Thank you. Yeah, you're right, and it's not an easy solution to it, but yeah, I think probably as you suggest, that's probably the best way to get around it.
My one take on the against of career mode is I had this a chat with someone else, and they didn't agree with me, so I'm hoping I get a different take this time. Isn't iRacing the foundation of iRacing participation? That's why it wins.
Yeah.
Aren't we taking away a little bit?
Yeah, but wasn't that the case with like AI as well? Right?
Yes,
like
for
people
sure.
were like, "Oh no, this is going to ruin the game because everyone's just going to drive AI now," and I don't think it's really done anything bad with it.
No, it hasn't. But that's why iRacing wins against everything else, because there's R Factor rank, there's LFM and everything. We win because participation. Doesn't matter what time it is. What do you want to do? You want to jump in a GT3 race in Australia at 6 in the morning? Do it. It'll be busy. If we lose that, it will tumble fast. If we only start getting 18 cars and then 15 cars, that's just where it is. Now no one registers. It doesn't drop to 12. It's 0, and it will stay 0. I always tell people, everyone does it. I do it. You're doing it. You, the listeners, are doing it. We all have this habit. Let's say we want to race a radical race at 9 a.m. and at 8:15 you're checking it like, it's a bit quiet. 8:40 you check it, it's a bit quiet. Guess what? If all the people watching it hit register, you registering would make someone else register that would make someone else, because you're all watching it.
Yeah.
So unregister if it doesn't get to the number you want, but register because you all create this hype. And then guess what? The next race, now you've got people who've just raced Radical, people that saw Radical went live, bam, now we're cooking.
Absolutely.
And
100%
yeah,
agree.
so career mode, I'm sure it'll be fine, and I'm probably wrong, but iRacing wins from participation. We need people racing officials. That's my hottest take.
Anything else you wanted to mention about the development update?
No, I mean, I can't really speak much for it. Overall, it'd be nice. I hear lots of comments, people wanting to refresh. There is one photo I wanted to share because I analysed it myself when I first saw this story, and I thought it was IRL. I thought they'd just pixelated a little bit. This looks really good. No, it's not the highest quality photo, but I don't know if iRacing isn't taking a step in a different direction. Maybe you don't see what I'm seeing because it's so large, but this is a damn good photo. This is for iRacing on a far distance render.
Yeah, it's pretty nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think, yeah, so you can sort of get the scale of it quite nicely as well. In terms of how big, I mean, at least that circuit looks tiny. It looks like
And the trees, like, has this always been the way? We've got short trees, wide trees, tall trees, holes in the trees with less leaves. I mean, And looking at that van in the top right, I swear there's somebody getting out of it. Like, I don't know if they've just taken a photo and done an iRacing filter, or if this is what, I don't know. Like, I might be reading this wrong, but it looks good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. And the way that there's grass underneath the poles as well is some nice sort of difference in the ground, you know.
And I'll
on the
share this
centre.
for anyone who knows what this is. There you
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
There's that.
Micro sprint.
Yes.
That's tiny. How does someone fit in that? Like, I'm trying to see where this chair is, or the seat is. Like, I'm pretty sure the steering was embedded in the seat. So, yeah, you're gonna need to be thin. I could probably get in it. Maybe this is the car for me. To fit my physique.
I don't know if you want to do this. I'm nervous of doing it on my laptop, but they have teasers of the Rain Sound.
I haven't actually listened to these yet, so let's find out what they're. And this is something for our podcast listeners. A little bit of audio teasers of soon to be released Rain. I can't hear anything.
Do we get to hear it, or only them?
Oh yeah, we can't hear it. Okay, sorry, I'm speaking over it.
Right, chat, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Can we get confirmation you heard something?
I'm going to show you the second one. And, well, this would be a huge waste of time if it's not working. Let's see. There you go. That's, that's a little bit of rain for you if you haven't heard that before. But,
oh, there is, yeah. So we nailed that first time, mate.
Yeah. Or maybe that was just me with a glass and just pouring, maybe a little bit of BAM, just pouring it.
And you missed it, Sam, didn't you? But basically it goes like this. It's like... And then you hear a car go... Okay, so now you know. Now everybody knows.
Yeah, it turns out all this, it's just David. He's just been employed to make noises. He's really good at a cappella, and it's just... just been doing all the noises now.
Let me know if you thought it sounded similar, because I also couldn't hear it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, someone heard it. So, yeah. That's good. Thanks, guys. Yeah, so I think that's iRacing complete. I think I will just mention as well.
Go for it.
I should be able to fade this. Fuji 8 Hours is coming up. And, well, you can get off on the right foot with the iRacing Fuji 8 Hours with several emails over the next few days containing essential help and advice for drivers taking part in this special event. As soon as the Ferrari 296 setups are ready and the Bob has decided, you will receive them in your inbox, as your email inbox, in plenty of time to perfect your optimal lap time. So you can sign up to Apex Racing Academy and get 3 months free. You can, yeah, just put in your email.
You also get the Ferrari GT3 setup as well.
Exactly, yeah, for the Fuji 8 Hours. So do put in your email. That's over at apexracingac.com/Fuji23. Go for that, and yeah, you can get some very nice setups, which will help you along, and you get 3 months free as well. You can also use the code Late Apex with no spaces over on Apex Racing Academy in order to get 3 months free as well. Big thanks to Apex Racing Academy for helping us out on that one. Let's go and chat about Gran Turismo. Big updates, hey? It is Spec 2 update 1.4. And a fair few new things, some new cars, some new tracks, and yeah, just lots of updates all coming at once for Gran Turismo.
So, lucky enough, I did watch a video on this morning from, I want to source it right. Who's the big YouTuber? Gran Turismo.
I think I know. Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Oh, come on. GT. No, not Rory. Bigger.
Super GT.
Super GT.
Yeah.
Actually, how many subs has he got? As we're giving him a shout anyway. He's huge, isn't he? 864,000. Yeah, so I watched his video on it this morning, so that was good. Because I do have a PS5. I have actually connected Gran Turismo up to my Simicube, my Hussinfeld pedals, my screens. I got it all working on my rig. And I went through. Covered all the licenses, did some dailies. I wanted to live the life of a Gran Turismo player and see what I thought of it. But yeah, this update brings the cinematic intros. Now, I would never mention that, but I mean, this is Gran Turismo. They
have real nice intros.
Holy crap! It looks better than life. Like, I watched them. 7 new cars. Snow. There's a snow track, and this is the first time they've introduced snow. It looks amazing.
And basically the first time that they've got ovals as well in the game as well. It's a tri-oval.
Okay. Tri-oval, yeah.
And it's on snow. But, we'll take it,
They're adding new weekly challenges, which opens up more participation for the world challenges. There's a new master license, which is like a whole playthrough of. I think it's about 72 more challenges on your license class. There's updated tools for taking even more giga photos, and their photos are
so good.
So good. A new dashboard for your statistics and your what you've been racing in, performance levels and everything. And yeah, overall, it looks really good. Let me see if we've got.
Let's get some.
Oh, good. Yeah, nice.
Images. So yeah, to go through some stuff. Oh, also there's this trailer for it, which I didn't really understand the start of this. Can you explain this to me? I don't understand what the emojis are. I feel ever so old.
Sophie. It's the Sophie emojis.
But so it's just when someone overtakes, they pull an angry face, right?
Yeah. So the AI is showing you the mood of like.
Do you see that whilst you're racing?
Yes.
I mean,
you can turn it off, and you do. Super GT. Yeah, Super GT was like, why haven't I turned that off?
I appreciate Sophie's really impressive. I think that's an awful demonstration of what makes Sophie good. It's like, what? You just get an emoji when you overtake. Anyway, this is a bit more like it. It looks so good, right? All these cars. I mean,
Hunting. The reflections, the weather system, the sky, the cars.
Yeah, so smooth. So smooth.
Yeah, I mean, if this company, I know they're tied to PlayStation. I know it's. People compare it to iRacing, and it's not. You cannot compare. This is on a whole new level of popularity. That's what I'd love to see it to come to PC. I'd love to see them to take it seriously. Hell, this was the choice for the Olympics for sim racing, right? This was it. This was the choice. I mean, look at these photos. I enjoyed myself, by the way, running it on my full rig. With a proper wheel rim and proper pedals, load cells, everything. I had a lot of fun.
Favorite one of these cars, you think?
I need to see. Keep going, Flick. Yeah, the
992 is a big addition. I mean, that's something that us, whether you're on iRacing or ACC, I mean, that's a big.
I've
big
always
deal.
been a Nissan fan, so that one in the middle, the yellow one there, the GTR, whatever it's called. But the Porsche 911. Was it the GT, the RS?
Yeah, GT3 RS, I think.
Yeah, I love that car. Once this podcast takes off, I'm getting one. We get one each, different colours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We only need a few more subs, so make sure you hit that sub button.
Maybe you'll get a Porsche. Here's the tri-oval. You can't quite see the whole track, but I mean that's like turn 1. And then you can see the different layouts, but it like turns into like a road layout as well. It looks quite cool. I mean, that's so cool, man. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Still really pushing of course, I was on Gran Turismo 5, and Adrian Newey's X2010 or whatever it's called was released, and they're really still pushing that. Like, it demonstrates just how cool that car is, even though it's.
My dad still loves that car. I got it from him on the Assetto Corsa as a mod.
Oh, yeah?
And he's drove everything fast. And I was like, no, Dad, this isn't fast. This is instant. And the brakes are insane. You can brake at the 50 board even though you're going 400 kph.
Do you think it's actually... Do you think, like, if they made that car in real life, it would be that quick?
Yes and no. Yes. But no, because of the safety. So,
no,
yes.
but, like, that's the point of it, is that it's
correct.
Not safe.
So, no. No one would get in it. It's too.
Oh, people try. you got the
on a track.
Yeah, but you got people who try to break the water speed record. I don't know if you know much history about it.
Of course,
but I think 8 people have tried to break it since World War II, and 5 of them have died trying to do it.
Yeah, I
Like
get you.
it's just suicide. Like you're going to die if you try it a couple of times. People will be well up for that, I reckon.
I don't know if you could see. Like, F1 drivers have problem with visions. I mean, this thing's so quick, so light. And the braking power, I just don't think a human, like, I just don't
You
know.
need to have like your neck strapped so it can't move. Like you'd need to clamp on your head to deal
Yeah.
with the G-forces, and even then your brain would be swishing around.
I mean, like, for example, when we see, like, Hulkenberg come back into F1 having, like, massive neck trouble
Yeah.
after, like, half a race.
After
like-
a practice session, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. So, yes, I think the car could be made. I'm sure there'd be some drivers, but they'd have to be the best, elite and trained. And you wouldn't want to hit anything in these things. Like, it's so light and so fast.
I think if who would do it? I think like a Kevin Magnussen. I think he'd
he'd do it.
Yeah, he'd be willing to die, and he'd be like, just give me that car. I'll break every world record every lap record. Just give me that thing, and you'd be up for it. Anyone else with a brain would say no. There's the master license, all these Gran Turismo challenges where you do a corner. Apologies, yeah, thanks for that. And it's weirdly compelling. What can we say? Keep Roman Grosjean away from it. Yep.
Actually, racing news, I think he just signed with a new indie team today. Or yesterday. sorry.
Yesterday, yeah.
I forget the name.
Was it Juncus? That a team?
Maybe, I'm not sure.
I thought he was going to leave IndyCar, but I don't follow it much.
The
so-
meeting place paddocks with emojis, mate. With emojis. Look at that. You're sold on that, aren't you?
Yeah, I was going to make some. I was going to pretend to be an old man. I was going to make, Bruce McLaren would be rolling in his grave or something like that. but obviously I'm not serious. Like, I think it's absolutely fine that you got something like that, and it might be very cool. And yeah, it's pretty cool that you got like a chat thing like that. So yeah, absolutely down for that.
Oh, split screen as well. Up to 4
Yeah,
players.
4 players. That's pretty neat, right?
I
You need
tell
a
you,
big TV, but
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the biggest thing So, like, was it Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 was the last like end of era where every game, it felt like every game. You bought a Call of Duty or a fighting game, bam, you're playing split screen. You didn't question it.
I remember F1, like F1 2014 or something,
Yeah.
randomly got rid of split screen.
I think it was, when we started going to Xbox One, PlayStation 4, it was almost like, oh, this new graphical rendering pipeline, blah, 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 blah. They were like, it was slightly better. And just quietly forgot to not tell us that, oh, no game is in a sports switch. What? No game.
But here's the thing. Now that online gaming is just so common, do you need split screen? Apart from like kids games like Mario Kart.
It
Where you
doesn't
got, like,
help
your
with
sibling.
this worry of, isolation and people playing just online. Like, don't you miss it? A group of you are
Yeah.
in the same room on the couch.
yeah,
Like,
I've had that problem before, yeah.
and then it's almost like, should we play? It's like, yeah, but you go to your house and,
Yeah.
so yes and no. It was dumb. The jump to 60 FPS for home consoles and holding 1080p was not worth it. For some games, cinematic, blah, 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 shooting games, but it wasn't worth it for the majority of games so that we lose split screen. No way. I was gutted. I actually kept my Xbox 360.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we only got rid of our Xbox 360 when we moved from America. That was a year ago, and we've been having an Xbox 360 for, I mean, they're old.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
really old.
Like what, like 2010?
Yeah. But me and my wife love it. What me and my wife can do? Go to different houses, play online? Like, what are we meant to do? There you go. Yeah, this game looks fantastic.
Aaron Smith suggesting that we should have a Mario Kart tournament. That's an excellent idea. Maybe open day next year, perhaps.
Wait, did he say he would win? Mate.
I'll
no,
win
I'd
100%.
win.
No. If I start practicing now, and then you're not
No.
gonna have a chance.
I might be like almost 6K iRacing, but if you put iRating on Mario Kart, I'm 9.3. What's Jamie? 9.4? I'm about 9.5.
Yeah.
Just slightly above Jamie level.
Yeah.
Yeah. Easy.
What's your character?
Toad.
Okay. What does Toad do?
Acceleration.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I like. That's the key for me. Good turbos and acceleration.
Okay, yep.
10K. Oh, here we go.
Yeah. And you're speaking a big game, man, for someone who's going to have to prove it quite soon. So, yeah,
Yoshi. He's probably my second or third choice. Yeah, Yoshi's up there though.
I was always a fan of Luigi when I was younger, but I'm not sure if I would necessarily go for that now. I don't know what the. I
He has
haven't
a bit
played-
of weight to him. He's
Okay.
not. He's medium tier.
Sure.
But that's fine. You've got a bit more top speed. I'm going to get you off the start.
Okay.
And I'm going to get you in the first boost. But then you'll get me on the straight. It'll be close, but I'd win.
If this is a tournament, everyone in chat, put your character down now and you've claimed them. All right. This is like setting numbers for a league.
Yeah.
You got to claim your character now. So yeah, if you want to be Princess Peach, then let it be known.
Oh, mate, hourly ranked Mario Kart. I'd never come
That
back.
must be a thing, surely.
Don't tell me, because I'd never
Must
come
be a
back.
thing.
I'd
Must
never
be a
come
thing.
back. That's like I could use a controller. I'm sat there in a reclined sim seat with a controller.
Just see your streaming numbers gradually decrease
Don't
over
care.
time. After a week,
Don't care.
there's just 2 people. Aaron's watching, and that's it.
Bikes or carts? Carts, 100%.
Cards.
Bikes, yeah. I like the acceleration on a bike, but no, I can't even stand the handling on those bikes. Carts. Plus, this is on subject. We're allowed to talk about Mario Kart.
Yeah, it's a sim.
It's a sim.
Sim.
It's a sim.
What's it simulating?
Animated characters
Yeah.
sitting on animated tracks.
Yeah.
It's accurate to their world.
Better time model than iRacing, am I right?
It is much, and rain.
Got rain, yeah.
Aye. We could do this all day.
Rennsport?
Yes, Rennsport.
Road Atlanta's been added. It was for round 7 of ESR R1. It's just a circuit really. But it's only the 5th circuit to be added to the game. It highlights the issues of overtaking in the series, because Road Atlanta, you tend to think of that's quite a raceable circuit A,
Yeah.
and yet overtaking was exceptionally tricky. So is that a problem of the sim, of the series, or something else?
Well, obviously a few factors. Factor one, we cannot forget. This isn't like a top split iRacing event. This is 48 of the best sim races on the planet. Well, 47 and Crim 6. Let's not forget Crim 6. Sorry, I'm playing. I love Crim.
Crim's great.
I'm playing. You'd slap me. Right, sorry, jokes aside. So it always makes overtaking look more difficult because these guys are the best of the best. They're not making mistakes. They're nailing every entry, nailing every exit. They know how to defend. Hell, they know how to put the dirty air on you. Like, they understand. We say dirty air and we just do what we do. They understand it. They're coming down the S's in Red Atlanta. They know when and where to put their car to hinder the car behind. So that's a fact that we mustn't forget. 2, chatting to the drivers, dirty air is high, and the grip level, as we know, with Rennsport, it's been an issue. Not an issue, it's been a factor that the tyre drop off is quite extreme. So the drivers are saying you've got about a lap and a half, 2 laps before that grip level drops below what the dirty air gives you, and thus your opportunities are 0.
Yeah.
You cannot grip through the dirt. If you've got that double right hand onto the straight, you can't stay within a tenth because you just can't get the front grip. So you end up 3.5 tenths by, which means you don't get it done, and then it's just rinse, repeat. But again, we have to remember these are the best of the best. They aren't making mistakes. They're maximising the maximum of the car. So overtaking would always be an issue. If there was draft times 10, there would be a draft train. Right, the leader would be last in every straight.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't see overtaking. You'd just see a train going by the leader because they're the best of the best. And if one's got draft, he's got draft, he's got draft. It's not like you open up the corner. Could the dirty air be turned down a bit? Yes.
I think that's the easiest change. I've got an idea as well for the sim. However, I'm not going to say it now. I think maybe at the end of the season.
Our hot
We'll
take, yeah.
have a hot take. It'll be controversial. I think you'll disagree with it. I think the guys will absolutely hate it. But as someone who just watches the series and makes videos about how entertaining the series is, I just want it to be as entertaining as possible. And so, yes, I do have an idea for that. But it would.
Can't wait.
present too long a chat, so I will not mention it now. So yeah, Atlanta being added to Rennsport. Nice work.
Great track.
Good circuit. It's a good
Yeah,
circuit to add.
we have to remember that. It's the best.
And you know, this is setting a precedent and a standard of the circuits that they're going to be adding. And so far, you got Red Atlanta, you got Hockenheim, you got Nürburgring, you got Spa, you got Monza. Good circuits. Well done to you, Rennsport, for
Bangers.
getting actual good circuits. So hopefully that keeps up in future.
Obviously, the only downside is the critics are like, "Oh wow, another GT3 sim with Monza, Spa, Hockenheim." Yeah, like
you can sort of forgive them for going for the popular stuff.
Correct. So
why don't you get the stuff that we don't like? All right, guys. Why can't we just have Alton Park, Snetterton, and
Mini Coopers?
Mini Coopers, some random Japanese circuits, and just make it bad. Like, why do you have to have all the good features? I understand the issues, however, it's understandable.
Yeah. All right, carry us on.
Yeah. Apex Racing team.
Mhm.
Next up. Let's go through contenders. Michael Yanni had a very good results in the contenders series. Wasn't a great day. It was like Long Beach. It was chaotic.
Yeah,
Luke did well in race one. Michael did consistent in both races. There's not really much at stake now. I think Luke genuinely wants to win the contenders. Unfortunately, he's lost the championship lead now to, I believe, Kevin Nielsen. But I think the Apex drivers are second, third, fourth, and fifth in the contender series. So I hope Luke gets over the line. But I feel like if he didn't quite win it, I don't believe there's any prize for winning contenders. By the way, the contender series top 15 get through into PESC proper.
It's just a feeder, right?
It's just a feeder.
Just the pride. He knows he's the best of the crop, and he wants to assert that. I think that's the best way of putting it.
So yeah, don't. Luke's obviously not watching probably, but don't get too down, Luke, if you do lose out. However, if you do win, absolutely savour it, because it would be a really impressive achievement if he could achieve that. In terms of, I'm trying to find the other news that has happened. Oh, of course, I forgot to say, IRO 1. Amazing work from Michele Constantini to be able to take the race win. I believe that's his first race win in IRO 1. It's been, I think it's been a little bit of a disappointing season, IRO 1, for a few of the guys. I think a few of them, after the qualifier series, really thought that they'd be fighting for the championship, and it hasn't quite turned out that way. But Michele just demonstrating that he's one of the best single-seater drivers in the sim.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, I mean, I don't love the format. Epic race though.
Yeah, did you watch it? Yeah.
Yeah, well, enough.
Yeah. Nice work from him. Won by a decent margin. Lewis did a nice little recap video of it. And yeah, he was very happy, was Michele, at the end of it. So hopefully that gets him some points. I might go see what the points situation is, but I honestly do not trust iRacing to have updated the points so far. So we will see if they have done. But yeah, good work from Michele. It's been great. I think that's our first win of the season as well, which is incredible considering how many good drivers we've got.
Was it a P2?
Oh no, Manel.
Manel, yeah.
Got it, of course.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
actually,
because you showed the video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sorry, I'm losing my mind on this.
That's okay.
Where is it? Here we go. Championship points, please. Standings.
Ready? Over to you now. Look at that. What a production team.
Yeah, this goes Michele. Lemonek's going to win it. But Michele, now with that race win, so these points are up to date. There's Manel. JV, they're in 9th. Ben in 11th. Michael in 13th. Daniel in 16th. So, yeah. All of them have had some good results, and it's just consistency. Let's see if Michele might get a couple more spots by the end of the season. I think it's a couple more rounds of the season to go.
Also, Sam Motto says he likes your beard.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, QT. I wasn't here last week.
No.
Usually I shave it on the day of each broadcast because I think I look awful. And yeah, but I've had 2 weeks, so I thought, I may as well try to grow it.
Yeah.
Try to get maybe to your standard, David.
No, I need to bring it down a level.
But unfortunately, it's so patchy, man. I just can't get enough on the cheeks. I got a wedding to go to on Thursday, so I need to shave it for that anyway. So I think I'm going to grow it all the way up to then, shave it all off, see how much I can get. I appreciate it though, QT. Anyone else likes my beard? Maybe give it a rating out of 10. It's not much of one. You can barely see it in the camera, but this is 2 weeks of growth right here.
Glue some on, Alan said.
Glue
Hey,
some
Alan.
on, yeah.
Are you
Thanks,
like
Alan, for the-
Rudskoga and Oschersleben? One of them I don't like.
I don't mind either. I think Koscherschleben's a bit better. But that might just be nostalgia from Tokyo Race Driver 3.
What's the awkward pit exit one where you straight that,
Rudskogen.
you take that
Hang on, they're
dumb
both
left
of them.
with the stupid right?
They've both got the exact same first 2 corners. They're both a tight left into a long right.
Well, then, yeah, I don't love that.
Okay.
No, don't love that at all.
You're thinking, oh, I'm really excited about this track. Oh, no, it's a bad pit exit. Exit out, Alt F4. I'm
Yep.
gone.
That's it. Yep, 100%. Apex Racing Team, obviously ESL.
ESL, well, that's the big thing. I was going round ESL. Let's go head on to it now. Amazing result. One of the best results ever for the team. The team has been going for over 10 years, and this is truly one of the great days that will be remembered for many days to come. Yesterday was a very good day. Johan Harth managed to get his first ever win in the series. We've been following for the Journey to Jönköping series. Do check that out on Apex Racing Team YouTube channel, where we follow one of the drivers each round, and we just hope that they do well for the week and we get some good footage. And we have actually got some good episodes. I think the Jamie video from a couple of weeks ago was particularly good. But Johan managed to get through, won his race. Jamie was second place to Seb Job. Seb, so good in quali. The guy is obviously very talented.
Yeah, machine.
Absolutely nailed both his knockout race and his semi-final. Kev, I think, finished third in his knockout race. Elvis, unfortunately, got a slowdown on his knockout. So, and with the overtake, we've already discussed how tricky overtaking was. He had no chance at that point, unfortunately. Semi-final. Again, Joe beat Jamie.
So top 6 go through to the semis. So yeah, 3 of our drivers went through to today.
Yep.
Carry
on. Seb, Joe was in the same race as Jamie again. Again, they were top 2. Again, Seb with an amazing quali lap, absolutely delivering. Jamie P2, great lap from himself, and it was just the exact same as it was for Jamie, way faster in the race, but couldn't overtake. Kev won his semi.
Destroyed them. Yeah.
Brilliant
quali, brilliant race start, brilliant deliverance.
Really disappointing with Johan though, because Johan, I think, well, at least because we get communication with the drivers. According to Jamie, Johan was 0.2 of a second faster than him for the whole day, and Johan unfortunately just had an absolute mare of a quali lap. Left him too much to do. You can't overtake.
I think 10th he started.
10th, yeah. And unfortunately went out in the semis. So unfortunately the Journey to Jönköping video will be a little bit short this time because Johan could have won, I think, the whole meeting. He was really, really good at this round, as all 3 of them were. However, the final, I've been chatting a lot, David. Do you want to explain what happened in the final?
So obviously 2 went through to the final. That was Jamie and Kevin.
Yep.
Obviously top 6 go through from the quarters to the semis, and then top 6 from each round go through to the finals. And then the finals was, obviously we watch as much as we can, but our broadcast starts at the same time. But it was, we almost had to delay this whole thing because our Jamie, who picked up a P2 behind Sebi, finished P2. A P2 behind Sebi, finished P2, put it on pole.
Sebi messed up his lap, got a slowdown.
Yep. And
at the back.
So did Rogers. Yeah.
Top 2 in the series. I think genuinely, at least in my opinion, they're the 2 best drivers in
100%.
the series. I know there's some other very good drivers in there, but I think they're the two guys who I probably respect the most in the series. But yeah, you continue.
Yeah, so we put it on pole. We knew it was a good lap, but the lap times that are coming in on the final were also very good.
I mean,
It was the best.
so I think Jamie's lap in the final, I think that would have beat Seb in the semis.
Yeah, not in the
Not in
first
the
run.
first race. But
Yeah.
like even if Seb did deliver, he
Yeah.
may have still been behind Jamie. Jamie and like Jamie as well, like he was saying how like Johan was doing like eights quite consistently in practice. Jamie didn't eight that, and he was saying the whole week, I'm not on the same pace as Johan. So that I don't think Jamie has ever done a 7. Like I think his PB is an 8. And if you can get if you're 2/10 off your PB in this series,
In qualifying,
that's
yeah.
great. Like
Yeah.
you're probably going to be front row of the grid. The fact that Jamie was within hundredths of his PB, that is insane clutchness. And the fact
Yeah.
that he was a 10th.5 faster than both his semi-final lap and his knockout lap, knowing that if he could deliver, he would get pole, and knowing if he was just half a tenth off, he'd be 4th. Like genuinely just the best lap he's ever done, I think.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, it was good enough for pole. Who was second?
Chinchik.
Oh, Chinzik. Obviously, if we was to name 5 drivers, I'd imagine both of us would have Chinzik in the top 5.
Well, yeah, he won the screen,
Yeah, absolute
major.
animal. But even more exciting, and it was so close. But Kev put it P3.
Yeah.
So we were sitting first and third in the final. So this is one thing we all had to rack up in our heads, is not just getting 2 drivers through to the final. That is brilliant. But along the way, we'd picked up a P3, a P2, a P1, P2, and Kev's. It was amazing. So all massive scorings. All huge scoring events, and then racking up to the finals in 1 and 3, and it finished 1 and 3. And so we're coming. So the race was finishing up, and we came in here to start filming our the ARL broadcast. And I mean, this is a building, a well-built building.
And this room as well is like soundproof.
Yeah, soundproof.
Because we do broadcast it.
And we could hear Kev from downstairs.
Yeah.
Obviously, we knew the race had ended. Well, we didn't, because the stream has a little bit of lag to it, right? So we're still watching. But yeah, we could hear Kev screaming.
Yeah.
I was hoping it was for a not, oh my God, I've been taken out, like I'm going to kill him. But no, it was absolute elation. So yeah, it was, like you say, the best result. Everything about today. Jamie delivering what we know Jamie can do. All the drivers scoring huge monumental points, and obviously winning a final. 2 wins in one that's another thing that's not been done.
Yeah. Jamie now with 2 wins this season, Kev with 2 wins this season, Johan with 1. That's 5 race wins. Last season we didn't get any, and frankly we weren't that close to many either. From what I recall, I didn't quite follow it so closely last season. But amazing. They'll both, like Jamie getting a second, and a first. With this series, you can get so many points from a single round. So like it's better to peak and be low down in rounds than it is to be consistent, basically. Consistency doesn't really do that much in the series. And so Jamie got so many points. He's up into the top 10 in the championship, I think now. Kev, I think, is 11th in the championship, but like they're not that far off the next stage. The team's championship is most exciting. I think we might still be in 6th, but we're not that far off 3rd. I think Williams had a little bit of a tricky one, who I think were in 3rd. Redline 4th, G2 5th, us 6th, and Mouse 7th.
You mean Sebi?
Yeah.
Sorry, G2, I'm joking.
Okay, Seb proved it today, eh? He was on fire, so Isaac too, that was good today, though. Credit to Isaac. So we're not far off P3. Obviously, Jamie, Kev, and Johan all through into Jonkoping. And with the way that they're performing, I mean, we've got to be considering them as fighting for, the top positions now.
Yeah, they're so look, we're lucky that we get to be here and around them when they're prepping, and they're so chilled. Like Johan was up with us a few moments before he needed headphone, just chilled, headphone on, one of his hair, just chatting to us about our things, like just mingling. Yeah, so chilled. I'm like, isn't your quality up? And he's like, yeah, soon. Yeah, just proper chilled. And Jamie never looks like he's been racing or that he's gonna race. He's so chilled. Yeah, you almost feel like you have to remind him. Yeah, but so calm.
Kev has mentioned how he is too calm. Like Kev himself believes he's too calm, and he needs to amp himself up for a race in order to get to his best performance. Jamie and Johan, I think, on the other hand, yeah, absolutely perform at their best when they're cool. So, yeah, amazing result and a great day for the team, which will live long in the memory. One more round of the championship next week, and then of course it's Yongping in a few weeks' time. So yeah, we'll be cool on that one. Anything else you wanted to mention on Apex Racing 2? I feel like we could go on for ages because it is genuinely very big, and I hope everyone appreciates. I know that a lot of people don't watch ESL R1, but it's still the most competitive series in the world, besides maybe F1 esports. So yeah,
That's
it's
why
an
I watch
amazing
it.
result.
Whether I'm back in Rennsport or feel like Rennsport's the future or not, that isn't actually the reason I'm watching. I love racing. I super love sim racing, and the best of the best are competing against the best. So that's why I watch it.
Yeah, yeah. Do
Simple.
recommend watching it. Yeah, for the remaining rounds of the series. Friday evenings, of course, is when the broadcast is on, but it's also streamed by this man on Thursday evenings as well. Yeah, it'll be good. So that is pretty much Apex Racing team covered. Now, Apex Racing TV. We've got a few clips here, and apologies to the podcast listeners, but I think what we're going to try to do is do some good old radio commentary and explain what's going on in each of these clips. Number one. Hopefully we don't get any ads. All right. Oh yeah, I'll just include this one. It's just nice. Look at this. So many cars.
Is that the old Radical? No, that's the Formula
The Spec Racer Ford.
Spec Racer Ford. That's
And
it.
those cars just keep on going. It's just a wonderful sight. There wasn't much going on that one, but it's just quite nice to see. So that for podcast listeners, there's just SRF cars, Spec Racer Fords, just keep on going. There's like 60 of them, just slaloming through. It's real nice stuff. This one is Weekend Warriors. Watch out for something going wrong. Again?
Well,
so that was
this is the Formula Ford, right?
Formula Ford, yep.
This is a hot take. This is a car I want to start driving.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I don't want to do that though. Oy, that's my my rating's gone. I'm getting out of the car forever now. Oh, it looks like he's on the moon.
Yeah.
What is that graphic effect?
Well, considering that's a yeah. Yeah, it's just Willow Springs, right? It's just desert. Personally, I think a rubbish circuit, but some people I know really like it. So
say what you think, mate. Say what you think.
Yeah. Do you like it?
I don't know it really, mate. No. Honestly, I'm not. I know I race 5-6 hours a day every day, but I haven't got time for all these tracks I need to learn that nobody races on.
I don't know what that ad which keeps on coming up with, the man putting the keys into the...
Yeah, but I want to see it. It's working because I want to know what that ad is.
I will buy whatever product it is promoting.
Hey, this is TK's team.
Yeah, so this, I think the commentary probably explains it better than what I can, but basically the Texaco car runs out of fuel, I think, moments before the end of the race, and Overstreet manages to get past, and then they're all battling against one another. This is on the last lap, and this guy comes into the pits, and Megan wins the race. So that was just a very close finish there, and I think it might be Tim Cox commentating over that one. Probably explained it better than me, unless I was talking over it. Super Formula. Oh man, this was such a good race at Suzuka. Best race of the season.
Looks fun, this car.
Satsuma 2023. That was the ad, but that was a different ad. This was nice. So initially, this looks like a fine move. We're seeing Marco Susana on the outside of 130R. Did you see the real life crash in Super Formula?
Oh yes, I did. Yeah.
So that was it going successfully, but
let me guess.
you can see here.
He's going to drop the rear on the curb.
This is the replay, and then, I mean, that's a nice save, right?
Holy moly.
You don't see it off board, but, like, it was really good. Actually, yeah, I think this one's pretty nice as well from the TV2 camera. Got his attack mode on as well, his overtake.
Whoa! Oh, my Christ.
Keeps the wheel on within the white lines as well at all times, and then manages to get stopped for Cassier. Won that race, did Marco Susana. Great effort. We got a nice little compilation video actually on the Apex Racing TV social medias. I think there's one more.
Okay.
Ray Esports finish. I've forgotten what this one is.
Back into the draft.
Oh yeah, this is just classic Reddit. As you know what's gonna come here, don't you?
Yeah.
It's just the classic cutback.
Yeah. 3 wide turns into the pink car winning. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, is he gonna win? Yeah. No.
No.
Yeah. No. Oh, it's the middle car. Holy
Yeah,
moly, man!
crap.
That is one of my favourite things about Road Atlanta in these
It's
sort of
so
speed
good.
cars. Yeah.
So good. Such a good, the best chicane in the world. Best chicane in the world. Yeah. So that was some highlights from Apex Racing TV. Make sure to keep tuned. I think actually we can go through some of upcoming streams if I can remember how to work YouTube. But yeah, there's some.
Yeah, we're
stuff
back
coming up.
next week for Road America.
Yeah, in the prototypes.
Yep. So this time next week, and obviously this time next week, same time. Obviously, we'll be doing the very late Apex, the late Apex. It's called.
Also on Sunday we've got Weekend Warriors Formula 4s. We've also got Spec Racer Ford Weekend Warriors. That's on Sunday evening for Europeans. Rick Motec is on as well on Monday evening, I believe. Ray Sports as well on Monday evening. S1 Racing GT3 series coming back. That's on the 9th of November, but the 8th for Americans. It's like early morning for Europeans. And then also Super Formula at Zandvoort and yeah, ARL prototypes at Road America, as you were saying before.
And obviously, not to mention, but the oh no, the Porsche Cups have closed.
Yeah, so that's the other.
now.
So that's the only thing that's going on with Apex Racing League. We opened Porsche Cup. I wasn't able to promote it last week because I wasn't here, but that opened about a week and a half ago, and it's now closed a couple of days ago because we maxed out the entries, so 60 entries. But that already
Wow.
a couple of drivers have been like, "Can I sign up?" And it's no, unfortunately. But we're very
Send money
pleased.
and I'll find room.
Yes, I won't name my purse, but it's got a few digits in it, and yeah, you need to unfortunately wait a few weeks until some more spots become available. So apologies for that one, but very much looking forward to Porsche Cup. That'll be on Tuesday evenings on Apex Racing TV.
Yeah, exciting stuff.
That is all our notes complete. What have the chat said besides my?
Oh, hi
beard?
Ryan. Ben Rose from DNA Motorsports wins back-to-back Rick Matek World Challenge.
Nice. Well done to Ben Rose.
Yeah. Try and keep my podium streak going. Yesterday, Silverstone was so good, so much fun. Oh, was
that
that?
was Super Formula.
Ah.
Yep.
I love the look of that car. I'm not even you commentating me, telling me how bad I am in that car.
Yeah.
I'd have to spend a lot of time practicing. You'd be like, oh, there he goes again, David, spinning, and I'm going to save this clip because we'll use it on the next stream.
Do like a 1 hour compilation
Yeah.
of every time David misses an apex.
No.
Yeah, thank you for pointing that out, Ryan. But yeah, congratulations to Ben Rose for winning back-to-back Vicmatech World Challenges. It's a competitive series, and he should be very proud of himself. Yep. Well done on that front. Alan's saying we've got plenty of clips of David spinning if you want them. Yeah, wonderful stuff.
Aye.
Do you know about this?
Of course I do. It's Alan, yes. He's got... I don't fight him because he has everything on me.
Okay.
I just say, yes, sir, how much?
Maybe I will need to contact Alan. We could be allies. Thank you for that, Alan. That pretty much answers off then. Anything else you wanted to mention?
No, good week. Big week. Makes our jobs easy.
We could have mentioned a lot more stuff as well on this.
We
But
could.
kept it to a few like main topics, and I think we'll have a fair bit more to discuss next week, like
Plus-
WRC and stuff.
Longest podcast? Question mark. Has this been the longest?
Yeah, like 90 minutes. I feel like we've actually rattled through stuff, besides me going on about trains for a bit.
And us
think-
covering global economics and fuel and
Mario Kart.
climate and Mario Kart. I
Yeah.
think we kept it on focus. We're not going to have any debriefings needed.
Hey.
No. Nailed it. First time.
I think, yeah. Well, last week, and I posted a clip on this on social media, I started talking about smart kettles. So this has been way more on topic. So good stuff. thank you everyone for tuning in. Whether you're watching on YouTube, thank you for your interactions. Anyone who's watching on the podcast, thank you very much. And of course, if you're just tuning in on this and you're thinking, I just want to watch this maybe on my commute to work or maybe on a walk, do check out the late Apex on any podcast streaming platforms. I listened to the
iTunes,
previous one on Spotify.
I did Spotify as well, yeah.
So yes, I recommend on that one. It will be out very soon.
Sim Cup and IMSA Esports this weekend. Yep, it is an exciting
Oh, yeah?
weekend. He likes pit entries at Zandvoort. Oh, I don't want to talk about that. I binned it.
You know what? Pete Berryman once lost a World Championship Grand Prix Series event by locking his tyres at Zandvoort.
What, on pit entry? It's a horrible pit entry. But I was actually talking up how I was going to win this because I'm so much better than the guy in front on pit entry. I was talking myself up, and
Wow.
I absolutely binned it and put it in the wall.
Wow.
Yeah, it was great. Yet to be there. But yes, thank you all. Thank you, chat. We'll be back next week doing the usuals.
Yep.
But yeah, looking forward to seeing you.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. And we will see you back in a week's time. I found the end stream button.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
Cheers all.